All right, boys and girls, here we are. We're about halfway through this lesson, so we're definitely making good progress. Let's go to the next skill. What we're going to do is we are going to practice building a house. And you can see the guides are there on the work plane, the picture's on the left. So let's look at the steps we have to do. It says drag out a box and a triangular roof to the work plane. So I'm going to get myself out of the way here. So I'm going to drag out a box. I'm going to put it in the hint best I can. I'll nudge it around a little bit later, but that's pretty close right there. And let's go down and find the triangular roof. There it is, past it. Oh my goodness, that moves fast. Let's drag out a roof, and you're going to notice that you can't quite get it up to the hint yet because we have to use the Z-axis handle. So let's just put it out on the work plane. Okay, and then let's take the Z-axis handle and let's drag it up. 20, it says right here in the directions, put the roof on top of the box, 20 millimeters off the work plane. So we got to drag this up until this one, until that number says right here, this number has to read 20. Okay, let me get myself out of the way. So we drag it up until that number says 20, boom, just like that. And now if we rotate this around, we'll see that the roof is right in line with the house, right there, perfect. Okay, now we're gonna have to nudge it into place. Well, let's get the, see, double check that your shapes are aligned relative to one another. So let's do that now. Let's take our box and let's nudge it down a little bit right in. Okay, perfect. Let's take the roof and we'll nudge it a little bit as well. There we go. And now let's take the whole thing and keep nudging it. Actually, it's in the hint now, so let's drag the whole thing. Excuse me. Or let's just leave it there. That looks pretty good to me. Perfect right there. Let's continue to the next step. Come with me. Let's go to part 10. Okay, it says choose a color. Oh, okay, so now we're going to nudge this over until it's right in line with the hint. And it looks like it needs a little nudging toward the back. No, it looks good. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Yep. They look good. It might need a little, let's see, does it need a little nudging? No. No, that definitely, okay, it's right there. So let's pick a shade, a color. It says select the color of your house using the color menu and then continue to the next step. So let's see. First of all, we want to make sure we group our shapes, okay? We got to make sure we group them. So we can either do band selection. I like that way. Band selection selects everything. Let's group them. Now you can see it all turns red, but let's pick a nice color for our house. I like, well, not that color. You guys can pause the video and pick a nice color for your house you like. How about that color? That looks pretty nice. Is there anything I really like? No, nothing I really like. So you guys just pick anything. That looks pretty nice. And it looks like the one in the picture. So that's looking pretty good. We just made a house. So let's move on to the next step. Let's go, part 11. Okay. Okay, so what happened is you noticed in the last step, I kind of got ahead of myself. We actually did this step already. When I grouped my objects together, you notice they turned into one color. Then that's what's called group inheritance, this word, this little phrase right here. So that means that when you group all your objects together, and we saw that when we created the heart, right? We had the box and the two cylinders. They were red and orange. But when we grouped them, they all turned red or orange, depending on which one you select first. See, that's the thing. If you remember in the heart, my heart was orange, and that's because I selected the cylinder first when I selected all my shapes. If you selected the box first, and then your cylinders, your heart turned red. So that's why when you group them, it remembers what you select first, and then it changes everything to that color. But it's not a problem. Your computer, look what it says, your computer remembers all the original colors, so let's get them back, okay? So it says group your objects. Don't worry about the colors, so let's go group, okay, and we'll go to the next step. So let's go, see if we can finish this last one up. It says the color menu. In the inspector can change the group to any one color, and there's a special one called multicolor. This will restore the group to the color of the original shape. So if we go up here, we click this, and then we go down to multicolor, boom, you can see those are the original colors of the shapes that we put out. And if you don't want multicolor, you just click that, and then you can select a different color for the whole thing. So play around with that, make sure you understand that, multicolor, or just select, you uncheck that box, and look, you have a transparent feature over here, so you can play around with these. And when you're done, you can pause the video, and when you're done, actually this is the end of this video. I'm gonna see you in part 13, and we're gonna finish up this lesson. Great job, boys and girls.